What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the video. I hope you're enjoying Diablo 4 if you are playing and the content that is coming out. I wanted to just give some tips to people that have not yet played the game and also are playing the game but may not know these little things that will help you just, I guess, enjoy the quality of life and getting around the map a bit easier, because one thing with Diablo 4 is you don't get a mount until quite later in the game, especially hours-wise and how much hours you put into it. But first and foremost, if you don't know, don't be afraid to be putting gems into your weapons. Why is this? Because when you put a gem into your weapon, you can still salvage that item and actually retain the gem. So you can basically increase your power, your strength, your ability as your character, and not lose the gem like you would with imprinting. Because once you imprint something onto a piece of armor, a weapon, or whatever it may be, you can only keep that imprint on there. You can't get it back. So all we do is we simply would, if I did want to do this, is literally click this red sort of pickaxe, and then click it on the item that I want to salvage and then take the gem out of, and then the gem will simply come into my inventory or equipment section, and then you can put it into your stash wherever you like. Also, another massive tip is, let's say you are in a dungeon, let's say I'm going back out of the dungeon and you wonder why you see all these portals here. If we do travel into this portal, I am going to my group now, but I have them deafened so we can quickly do this video. But essentially what you can do is you can, while you're in mid-dungeon or just doing an event, anything it may be, you can actually TP by pressing T, going back to your base. So let's say, or city, let's say I have a full inventory right now, right? And I'm like, well, I don't want to continue doing this, finding stuff and losing the ability to have it. All I do is I press T. This will take me back to the city. Now, some people may not know this side of it, but actually you can go back to where you were. So now what I would do is I would go, okay, I'm quickly going to salvage all these items I got that I don't need. And then I can literally use the teleporter that was produced from it and go back to where I was and continue doing my dungeon. So it's a good way to maximize your weapons, your salvaging, how many items you are getting from your little side quests or dungeons or whatever it may be. But this teleporter will cease to exist if you do leave the city. So don't leave the city where you teleport to. Do what you need to do. Come back here, go to the teleporter, travel, and you're back doing what you were wanting to do. Something else, obviously I'm not going to go too much on about this specific one because a lot of people mention this. If you didn't know, you can upgrade your potions. You can see a little arrow here. That means I can upgrade my potions. All I have to do, I think it is over here, the alchemist. Go to the alchemist. It'll let you upgrade your potions every 10 levels, every 10 intervals. So right now I haven't done it for 9 levels because I'm missing a certain ingredient to craft. That's fine, I'm gonna go get that, and then we just upgrade, and then at 40 I'll get to do it again. This is really important, especially for hardcore mode, but really important in general, just so you can use your potions and maximize those potions as much as possible. One thing I did want to go through that I think is very important is salvage your items and concentrate on saving as much gold as possible. I've spoken to some people that are late in the game, or sort of, you know, just higher level compared to everyone else, and the amount of gold that they've spent to respec, maybe they're over respecing too much, spending 100,000 here, 200,000 gold here, even though it can be easy to get gold. At the moment I barely have spent a cent. I think up until now I've spent about 20,000 gold max, and I've got 320,000 gold in the bank. I'm really concentrating on saving money, waiting for world tier 3, and that's what I think you should be doing as well. What we can also do here, and this is something I have really been doing, is with the murmuring orbs, which is like your gambling currency, I guess. You come here, and once you just get to max, buy something. I've been buying a lot of whispering keys because there are chests out that will allow you to only open them if you have what's called a whispering key, which you get from this vendor here, or this person here called Fideg, which is the purveyor of curiosities. And then just for, let's say, let's look at one of my rare gloves. Let's go to gloves. Let's just do gloves. Let's get gloves. We'll buy a glove, and you can try and get something good. Let's say I buy it again. So it's kind of gambling. So I'm not really hitting now, you can see. But there, boom. We go, let's get out of this. I'll mark this all as junk, and then I look here. 218 armor, 436 item power. The only bad thing this does for me is that it doesn't give me my 2 ranks of pulverize, which is really good for my druid. But I did hit something that is better in armor stats. However, I really like my 2 ranks of pulverize, but it's very close to being a better item, but it isn't. I'm not going to keep it, but that's what you're using it for. You're using it for gambling, and you can do this method, guys. Let's say you're at max orbs, murmuring orbs, I think they're called, and you're out doing something. You can actually then travel, buy something, use the teleporter, go back, and guess what? You're not losing any orbs. So it's very, very important there. I hope that makes sense. Let me just put this in performance mode if it doesn't lag a bit. But yeah, that's one thing. One other thing I've been doing is obviously, as I said, salvaging. But I think the biggest and most important thing is if I go to... Why is my stash over there? Why are you doing... So we're going to go to my stash. And what I've been doing is any item, I don't care what type of rarity it is, I have been storing certain items with great, or what I think to be really, really good traits to them, or a trait that I think could be useful down the line. So you'll see here I have a lot of my diamonds and the things I craft or get that I find out, my emeralds that are used for crafting, but I do have some items here. And although this legendary isn't as good as what I currently have, or can be much better, I love the fact that it has this earth skills ability. Let me just hide the comparison for you. So here, the reason why I kept this item is because I really like the ability down below. The duration of Earthen Bulwark is increased by 6 seconds. In addition, killing an enemy with Earth skills replenishes 43, which I rolled sort of mid on that of your active Earthen Bulwarks. Druid only, which I'm playing a Druid. Now, if I come here, my Earthen Bulwark only lasts for 3 seconds, but it grants me a barrier that absorbs 54% of my base life. Okay? So that is a huge amount of absorption, but only for 3 seconds. Now, I was lucky enough to find an item that increases this by 6 seconds. So if I imprint this, it's going to add 6 seconds onto the 3 seconds, and then I'm going to get 9 seconds of this ability, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, the one thing you need to be careful of is, let's say I imprinted this onto my rare boots. That means I can never get this ability, this little trait, this perk off those rare boots, and this is why it's in my stash, because I want to wait until I get an item, till I get something that is really, really good that I know that I'm going to keep, and then boom, I smack it on there, and Bob's your uncle. I'm going to be a very happy boy, but for right now I'm holding, you can see here, I'm holding this item because I am a pulverized build druid, and this gives me 2 ranks in pulverize, which is huge. So I could extract that and imprint it onto something else. This gives me a really cool move with my trample ability. It also gives me 2 ranks of landslide, and these are the things you should be doing. Just chucking in these items that you think some of the traits that are given could actually really, really be good. This one here has some good traits to it that I liked. 10% fortified generation is really good for my Earthen Bulwark as well. I don't know if I'll be keeping this, to be honest. I don't think there's anything here that's too crazy, so maybe that was a mistake of me putting in there, but that's fine. We'll just mark that as junk, and all done. I hope this has given you some information. There's only one other thing I did want to say, and that is please do your side quests. The reason why you should be doing your side quests, guys, is because Your side quest gives you renown, and when you get renown in a full capacity of renown, it'll allow you to get more paragon points. Now, if you don't know what paragon points are, there is also something else besides your skill tree board. There is a paragon board. This is after level 50 or at level 50, and this will allow you to increase and really push yourself into the end game. And the more paragon points you get, the better your character is, the stronger you are, the better you are in the end game. So I hope that's helped out. I would really appreciate if you did like and maybe leave a comment to the video, anything you wanted to add, anything you disagreed with. And I will be doing a lot more Diablo content. I live stream all the time. Twitch.tv Masterwolf. You'll see that in the description below. Come in, check me out, and I hope you have fun with your Diablo 4. Hopefully this helps for people that maybe bought the standard edition or just contemplating buying the game. And I will see you guys soon. Much love. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you soon. God bless.